Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you are here. Today we have another house collection. These are perfumes that I bought in November, but I didn't really get a chance to wear till this summer. And we're going to talk about the 6 that I got from them and my thoughts. So if you're interested in Oakcha, if you've heard of them, you haven't heard of them, just keep watching. Most of these are their original fragrances, I know they're known as a dupe house, but I went with some of the original ones instead. So I'll be talking about those. This is not about dupes. But anyway, before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know how you are doing. Let me know your thoughts on these perfumes, if you've tried them, if you haven't tried them, and any hints with the brand, let me know down below. So I have seen some people get this. One of the gals that I follow, not perfume related, but Kate Conquers on Instagram. She does a lot of thrifting, upcycling, vintage, Pyrex. I love that stuff. So I followed her, and she does perfume. So she talks about it in her stories, and they've sent her fragrances and she talked about them in her stories. But she's really the only person I've seen talk about them, I feel, on in social media from what I know of. I did see that this collection was coming out, maybe an advertisement that popped up on my Facebook or something, and I was interested in it. Maybe somebody mentioned it, I don't know. But I don't remember hearing actual reviews of them from anybody that I follow. So I'm going in, I went in completely blind, not knowing much about them. I know that they've done some collaborations with people, but not people I follow. So anyway, I took advantage of their Black Friday sale. I think it was Black Friday, where they were doing if you spent this much money or you bought this many perfumes, you got a free one, and then you had free shipping. So I think if you bought 4 fragrances, you got a free one, and then with free shipping you had to spend $100, and I was not at $100 with the discount that they were also having, so I ended up adding another perfume to get to that free shipping threshold, because it was not that much more to get the fragrance than I would have paid with shipping. So that's how I did it. And I also remember that it was very difficult to choose the free perfume because you had to do it, and I couldn't make it work on my desktop. I ended up having to rotate my screen to vertical, right? To finally get it to scroll down to where I needed it to go to get the free one. So it was a whole thing. And I'll talk about the one that I got for free last, because that's the one that is technically a dupe. But we're going to talk about the originals instead first. So in case you don't remember or you're new, this is the collection I was interested in. It's the candy collection. So I did pick up peach rings, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's supposed to smell like peach rings. And I was basically interested in these because I love candy scents, and I was like, ooh, who doesn't want to smell like peach rings or these other things? So the notes on this, our top notes are mandarin orange, peach, and bergamot. Middle notes are apricot, red berries, and osmanthus. Base notes are jasmine, musk, and cedarwood. So I do feel like this has a candy-like quality. It is brighter and sharper than an actual peach ring. Those are, have a little bit more sugary taste to them and scent than an actual peach scent, but I do get a citrusy peach. I will say it definitely has some citrus. You can smell that in with the peach, but I do feel like it gives the effect of peach rings, but in a slightly less sugary way, if that makes sense. I do really like this one. I wore it. I don't feel like it lasted super long, but I did smell it, 2-3 hours, could still smell it, and was happy that I could still smell it. Unlike a couple of the other ones that I felt like I was sniffing my arm trying to find the scent and just wasn't finding it. So I like this one. It's not my favorite though. We're going to talk about my favorite in a little bit, but Peach Rings is the first one. We're going in alphabetical order in case you were wondering. Next up is Pink Euphoria, and this one, I'm trying to remember what it's supposed to smell like. I think this is one that's supposed to smell like Swedish fish. No, never mind. It's supposed to smell like Skittles. I always get the Skittles and the Swedish fish mixed up. The bottles are pretty too on these. So this one's a little different. The other ones are green and they are kind of a shiny finish. This has a matte finish on it, and it's the only one that's pink, in case you wanted to know that. So our top notes are melon, sugar, and citrus. Middle notes are strawberry, cherry, and raspberry. Base notes are caramel, vanilla, and musk. So to me, this is very sweet, sugary. It smells kind of like a generic candy scent. I get a little bit, on initial spray, it smells more like kind of like a Swedish fish, in that there's not like a specific fruity note. It's just kind of generally sweet, and you're like, oh, I'm getting like a candy scent, if that makes sense. But it does develop, and I do get a little bit more of the fruitiness of it. I wouldn't say it necessarily smells like Skittles to me. I don't know if Skittles have a good scent to them. I feel with the candy coating, they don't really stand out that much, if that makes sense. I do like this one. Once again, about 2 or 3 hours, I still could smell it. But to me, it wasn't as fun as Peach Rings. I really liked that I got the peachiness from Peach Rings as opposed to this one, which was just more of like a candy scent. Next up, we have Sugar Rush, and we're back to the green shiny bottles. And I'm not sure why one was different. And I know they have more in this collection. I didn't elect to get all of them. And they've also expanded this collection, I noticed when I was looking up the notes for these. This one smells so good. This is our Swedish fish inspired scent. So our notes on this are lingonberry, which very much lends itself to Swedish fish, cherry and apple. Middle notes are pineapple, raspberry, and peony. Base notes are vanilla, amber, musk, and sandalwood. So this one I feel feels a little bit more unique than the Pink Euphoria. Pink Euphoria, one thing I will say about it is it did develop nicely and I got more fruit with it. But this one, on initial blast, it smells like almost like a bowl of Jell-O. Does that make sense? Like a strawberry cherry Jell-O. Like if you mixed a couple different Jell-O flavors together, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a Jell-O, which I feel like is distinct from candy. It's good. Once again, about 2 or 3 hours, I could still smell it. So these are not super long lasting. I wouldn't expect that with like what they're duplicating, like trying to replicate in terms of scent. Those aren't usually the longest lasting ones. They don't have those really heavy base notes that allow a fragrance to last longer. Our last one in the candy collection is Watermelon Jam. And this is supposed to smell like watermelon candy, which pretty self-evident. The notes on this one are watermelon and green pear. Middle notes are melon, red berries, and jasmine. Base notes are musk, sandalwood, and cedarwood. Now this one, it does smell like watermelon candy. It does not smell like a watermelon. To me, it smells like artificial watermelon candy. This one, I sprayed all over, and I came down and walked past my dad, and he was like, that smells really good. Whatever perfume that is, it smells really good. So he is not a person that ever like comments or mentions fragrances. So, you know, it's something special when he says something, and so delicious. Once again, about 2 or 3 hours, I feel I could still smell it and was radiating in it a little bit. I really enjoyed it. My last purchase and the last original scent is from their Gourmand collection, and I picked up Marshmallow Mist. I was afraid about the cola because I've tried other scents that are supposed to be like cola and I haven't loved them. They don't feel fizzy to me at all. They feel flat. And I just realized I've been spraying over my can of Coke. I don't think I got it in there. It was aimed a little bit in front of it, so we're gonna put the Coke on the other side. And then the other one was supposed to be inspired by Kit Kats, and I was like, I don't know if I want a chocolatey scent. Like, I already have a couple. So I decided to look over in the Gourmands because these were less expensive than their inspired fragrances. And I was trying to like get as close to 100 with the discount as possible. So I picked up Marshmallow Mist. So our notes are marshmallow, sweet orange, star anise, and cloudberry. Middle notes are marshmallow, milk, caramel, and honeysuckle. Base notes are vanilla and musk. So there's a lot of scents in there. It's supposed to smell like a warm, gourmand, woody scent. I definitely feel like it has a woodiness to it. Like an undertone of a woodiness, not a smokiness. I was hoping it would be more like maybe beach nights in terms of that driftwood accord that they have in there. But no. This has some sweetness to it. I would not ever conceive of this as smelling like marshmallows though. Like if you sprayed this and had me try to guess what the notes were or what it's supposed to be called or inspired by, would never think of this as marshmallow. So there's that. Also, I sprayed this. You know, I've been testing every night. Once my fragrance fades away, I always like double check, make sure I can't smell anything, and I spray fragrances on. And I spray one on each wrist and let them sit for a couple hours before I go to bed. You know, that way I can scrub them off when I'm taking a shower. This one, I could not smell. I was like, what is this? And then I tried this again the other night and I sprayed like my whole arm. And I was like, I could barely smell it. Barely smell this one. And so I was so disappointed. Like even right now, it's already fading away. I don't smell really that woodiness anymore. There's a little bit of sweetness left on the strip, but it's pretty much gone. So I would not recommend this one. I don't know, you know, is it one that once you get some air in it, you want to let it macerate some more? But I bought these in November, and I know I might have sprayed them like once, but I was expecting something more from this, and it was very disappointing, especially compared to the candy set. All right, my last fragrance was one of the ones that I could choose for free, and I kind of looked at what they had, and I was like, well, I have some of those fragrances that it's inspired by. Some of the other ones I was like, I'm not interested in those fragrances. So I ended up picking Praise the Perfume, and this one was inspired by Melanie Martinez's Crybaby. Now, have I tried Crybaby? No. I heard that they're putting it out. I know nothing really about it. I haven't followed it that closely. I have the Mimic version of this. I think Sand and Fog has a version. I have a couple different versions that are supposed to be inspired by Crybaby. So I get this one. I have kind of an idea in my head what it should smell like, what I should be expecting from it. They do have nice sprayers. I will say though, all my bottles have little chips in them, and they've been kept in the boxes. Like they traveled in the boxes, they went on a shelf, and then they were put in this box to come downstairs, but they were already had like little chips in them before. Top notes are forest fruits, strawberry, and milk. Middle note is powdery notes. Base notes are caramel and woody notes. So I was expecting something sweet, strawberry, creamy. I don't get creamy from this at all. I also don't get strawberry. Like in all the iterations of strawberry, I don't really get that from this. I get something sharp and synthetic. And I think maybe it's those are those powdery notes. It also is making me have a little bit of a headache right now just trying to smell it because there's something weird about it. This is I'm not a fan of it. It definitely doesn't smell like the other dupes of Crybaby that I've smelled. So this one was super disappointing. Also, same problem as Marshmallow Mist in that I sprayed it on my wrist. I could barely smell it. Sprayed it on, like put on a couple more sprays just to really give it enough sprays to smell something. Couldn't really smell it, you know, after a couple minutes, it was basically gone. So I did the same thing with the Marshmallow Mist on one arm, the other arm sprayed it all the way down from the elbow to the wrist because I was like, I want to have enough of it. I want to smell it. I want to know how it develops, how it works. Already, I can't barely smell it on the strip. It disappears so quickly. So I would say don't get Praise the Perfume. Not impressed at all. I'm never going to be sponsored by Oakcha after this. They're never going to send me PR. I would love to try some other things, especially their originals, because I feel like their originals were better than this. But yeah, super disappointing in this one. Maybe that's why it was free though. They were like, oh, this batch wasn't very good, so we'll just give this out as a free gift for the Black Friday. They could have done that. Because I can barely smell it. So I would say Praise the Perfume was not a fan of. My least favorite scent of the 6 that I got from Oakcha. Probably could guess what my second least favorite is going to be. In 5th place is Marshmallow Mist. Just not a fan. Can barely smell it, and it's only been a few minutes. So those were disappointments for sure. In 4th place, I'm going to put Pink Euphoria. It's my least favorite of the candy line. It still does smell good though. Like smelling it, I still get some sweetness to it. It's kind of settled back down, like it got some sharpness from those fruits, and now it smells more like a candied fruit. Yeah, so that would be the next place. I do like it still. Right in the middle in 3rd place is Sugar Rush. This is one I feel like is a fun one to get, and I would recommend Sugar Rush. I do like it. It's still, I'm getting that nice sweetness, that candied jello type of a scent, and I really like that. In 2nd place, we're going to put Peach Rings because peach is one of my favorite scents, and I love this candied version. I think if you like peach candy, but you're not like a big fan of like peach scents because they can be a little stinky sometimes. I love peach scents, but I have some that have like a little stink to them. I love that about them. But this is different than those other peaches, and it's a yummy scent. It makes me want to rip open a bag of peach rings for sure. So 2nd place, Peach Rings, one that I would recommend as well. And then finally in 1st place is Watermelon Jam. I love watermelon scents. It's really hard to find a good watermelon scent, I feel, that actually smells like watermelon. And while this doesn't smell like authentic watermelon as you've sliced it up, it does smell like the watermelon candy. I really enjoy this, and I really like it. And it's one that I definitely would recommend if you like watermelon candy. If you want to smell like watermelon candy, it would be my #1 choice. So that is it for my Oakcha fragrances. Let me know if you've tried any of them. Let me know if you had better experiences, worse experiences, what your experience is with the brand. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.